Welcome back. It's time now for today's business news with Kimberly Leonard. Kimberly, you're focusing on energy today. Why is it becoming so important?
Well, there are so many factors, Eunice, but I really believe it's something that is going to be given a lot more time from the federal level, to people's conversations in their homes. The UAE's nuclear program is a textbook case that will help the country create revenue streams from its hydrocarbons. That's according to one of the world's leading Middle East energy experts. I sat down with Justin Dargin earlier today to talk about the future challenges and opportunities of the country's energy sector. Justin Dargin knows a thing or two about energy. He's worked at OPEC, studied at Oxford, done research at Harvard and is a Fulbright scholar of the Middle East. And this morning he was talking to students at Zayed University.
Well, the UAE is a very, very interesting and unique country. First of all, it's very dynamic. I mean, if you look at just where Dubai was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and look to what it's become, I mean, a very dynamic place. I mean, more or less, the UAE has taken the Industrial Revolution, compressed it in about 20 years or so, a period that took about 200 years in Britain and perhaps in the US.
At the moment, 99% of Dubai's electricity is powered by gas, but by 2030 it's hoped that will be cut to 71%, with 5% coming from renewable energy, 12% from coal-fired power stations and another 12% from nuclear energy.
The UAE is a textbook example of how a nuclear energy industry should be founded. Textbook example. They're doing everything by the book. What do I mean by that? Comprehensive safety assessments, comprehensive environmental impact assessments as well, area studies to make certain that the proposed plant is not going to be located on seismically active area of the country, so near fault lines, active fault lines, or what have you. I mean, so these are very, very important issues that the UAE is really taking a forward, proactive stance in dealing with them.
Cutting the city's reliance on hydrocarbons means you can then export what you produce and charge more for it.
What I think are some of the environmental implications is that
Dargin's engagement today was a conversation he sees as critical to the future of the sector.
What they learn during their formative years of education, really, in the university setting, are going to have a role on the decisions that they're going to make as they start to take the reins of managing just this very dynamic economy. So it's very important for the young people, for this generation, to start to understand these issues in a very comprehensive way, to understand the implications of the choices they make in their personal lives and also in the choices that they will make in the work environment.
And while policy and planning are essential in securing the city's future energy needs, so too is the individual.
We take the efforts of 1 million people to, let's say, when they leave their homes, that they turn off the lights, they flick off the lights, they turn off the stereos, TVs, and all the appliances and what have you. 1 million people do that, and it becomes a habit, it becomes an ingrained habit. That is definitely going to have an impact, because there is a not insignificant amount of the UAE's energy demand which just comes from what can be termed waste consumption.
Which ultimately means we all have a part to play in the future of the energy sector.